Yes, we are back on Sportsbit Betting Insight today. Teddy and Paulie. Paulie's a no-show today. And wait, excused absence today. Drew Martin coming in and pinch hitting off the bench. Drew, done a great job through the first two segments. Let's see if we can finish this bad boy up with some quality information for our viewers. And let's start with this. This is the question I get asked all the time. What's the difference between pros and Joes? Recreational bettors versus professional bettors. Sharps versus squares. What did we do? We came up with the top 10 differences between sharps and squares. Let's start with this. Joes bet teams, pros bet numbers. And it really is that simple. Joe's going to say, I want to bet so-and-so, the Packers. The pro's going to say, I want to bet the Packers at -4 or less. Agree? Disagree?
I 100% agree with that, Teddy. And, that seems to be the phrase that a lot of people throw out as far as the number one difference. Joe's bet teams, pros bet numbers. I would add to that, number two, Joe's expect to see what they saw last week. Pros expect variance. Being able to kind of trust your numbers from preseason into week two rather than just going off what you saw only on week one. Would you agree with that, Teddy?
Of course. Look, and especially when you talk about early season college football and NFL. Whatever bettors see in week one, they're going to expect to see the exact same thing in week two. Certainly recreational bettors, I should say. The pros are always expecting more variance. What you saw last week is not necessarily what you're going to see this week. When teams get fat and happy, when teams face a different type of opponent, it's likely to change their performance or their level of performance. Number three, real simple. Joes bet TV games, pros bet whenever they have an edge. This whole concept of it's on TV, I got to bet it. I've never understood that. Can you watch a game without betting, Drew? I watch a lot of games without betting on them. That's where you really learn your best info. And you got to bet when you have an edge, and that doesn't matter if it's on TV or not.
Man, out of all these topics, Teddy, I would say this is probably the most important. I think that you actually can find more of an edge in the obscure games. So, I 100% agree with that one. On to number four, Joe's worry about getting even on Monday night. Pros don't make double or nothing wagers. This is pretty standard. Don't get in over your head. Don't bet too much of your bankroll, and really stick to what you know, Teddy.
This is the truth of it. I was a bookie before I moved to Las Vegas, and everybody's double or nothing on Monday night. Everybody every week double or nothing. It's like the Monday night game holds this outsized importance on how that week's going to go, and especially if you're down, oh my God, they're jamming bets in as fast as they can and parlays, and that's a classic way to lose. It's okay to lose a week. It's not good to lose a week, but it's okay. There's no reason to panic. There's no reason to freak out. There's no reason to make a huge bet on a Monday night game that you don't care about. Pros are not making double or nothing type of wagers. Joe's generally number five. Joe's generally bet too high a percentage of their bankroll. It puts them in danger of being out of the game if they hit a skid. Pros have deeper bankrolls and therefore bet a smaller percentage of their bankroll with any given wager.
I 100% agree with this. It kind of jumps back to the last topic, and they're both correlated. You can't be betting too much. The variance is always going to go against you at some point, and you got to be able to withstand that bad skid. So 100%, Teddy, I 100% agree with you. On to number six. Joe's ignore sample sizes and database research. Pros always looking for big sample sizes, better data, solid long-term angles. I think long-term is the key point there. You want to not concentrate too much on what just happened and put too much on any one topic, Teddy.
Well, it comes down to sample sizes. When we talked about the variance concept earlier, Joes don't do a lot of database research. The syndicates do a ton of database research. Most successful bettors I know do at least some database research. They're looking for samples of similar teams in similar spots. It's not about, the Raiders are 0-16 in this various role that has, come up over the last 20 years with 19 different coaches. No, it's about long-term angles that put positive expectation wagers in your favor, so you're not betting into negative subsets. Joe's bet when they have the time. Reason number 7. They bet when they have the time, or they bet in the hour before kickoff at whatever out they have. Pros monitoring lines all week and betting wherever offers the best line. It really comes down to this. More books, more outs for pros than it is for Joe's.
Absolutely. And why wouldn't you have more books? You put up 5 dimes to Cantor, to Heritage, and really use that to your advantage. If you're getting 20 at one book, 21 at the other, why not put that in your back pocket? So number 7 is definitely a big plus. On to number 8, Joe's let the luck factor drive them crazy. Pros have luck factor working too, but remain more rational. And this I really factor into don't put too much emphasis on one bet, back to bankroll size. Use 1%, 2%, whatever it is, and don't get in over your head, Teddy.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. When pros are running bad, they go nuts just like everybody else. That being said, they remain rational in the midst of a bad luck streak. And I'm telling you, if you watch your recreational bettor, when things are running bad, they go nuts. I mean, it happens a lot. We see it in Las Vegas all the time in Sportsbook. Guys that are running bad, and one little bad run has cost them basically their entire bankroll because they weren't able to manage it. Manage your emotions when it comes to the luck factor. Huge difference between pros and Joes. Joes bet more when they're losing and less when they're winning. They're trying to lock in a profit, and they're trying to avoid paying their man. Pros do the exact opposite. When you're running good, when you're seeing things clearly, that's when you up your wager sizes. When you're struggling and not seeing things clearly, that's when you lower your wager sizes. Huge difference between pros and Joes in that regard.
Huge, biggest difference right here. I mean, when you win your bet size the next time should go up. Your 1% should be off of your new bankroll, not just what it was in the start of the season. So that's a big one there in number 9. And number 10 to end it up, the closer here. Joe's bet negative expectation parlays, have zero idea on how to bet teasers. Pros don't make those mistakes. Now, in fewer parlays, more straight bets. So number 10 to end it is a big one. I would really say out there to the new bettors, I mean, stick to straight bets. I actually almost always, way over 90%, straight bets, Teddy. So that's my advice.
Sure. And what we're going to do next week, we're saving Wednesdays for good deep dives, interesting discussions. Next week, we're going to talk about some of these bets that the pros make, how pros attack teaser wagers. You can see that 1 week from today, right here on Sportsbit. All right, Drew, we've reached the finish line. It's play of the day time. We're going to go Friday night football, game number 303, 304, Louisville and Syracuse. Let's get that game over the total. Yes, that amuses me. I hope it amuses you. 68, the current number. This is what we're going to say about Syracuse, okay? Last week, Syracuse ran 81 offensive plays. They gained 554 yards. They had more than 30 minutes of possession time. Dino Babers, following the game, quote, "That will be the slowest game you ever see us play. Did you see the paint drying? I did. We will never be that slow again." This total's only going up. Let's get on it right now. Louisville, Syracuse, over 68. That is our play of the day. And that's going to wrap it up for the Wednesday edition of Sportsbit. Thank you so much, Drew Martin, for filling in for Paul Howard. We'll be back again tomorrow on Thursday. I'm assuming Paulie's going to be in the fold. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.